episode of The Good Screen. My name is Russell, and I'll be your guide, along with Lauren.
That's me.
And today, we have a wonderful, exciting episode planned for you. I guess you looked at the description and saw what we're going to talk about. But first, Lauren.
Yes, Russell.
What have you been enjoying on The Good Screen?
I have been enjoying the controversial game.
Okay.
Are we going to talk about it?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it.
Okay, I'll talk about it.
I think people are over it by now. I don't think our audience cares.
No, I don't think they do either.
Yeah.
If you come at us in like 10 years and you try to cancel us for playing this game, then
you're a fucking loser at that point.
sad,
10 years
yeah.
from now, holy shit, get over it, dude.
Anyways, I've been playing a wee bit of Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay.
Oh, also, let me just clear the air. My voice sounds a little deeper because I'm a little bit sick, maybe.
That's great. I'm so happy to be sitting right in front of you, catching all your germs. But you know what? I take vitamin C and D every day.
Yeah.
And you don't. So.
I don't. But yeah, that's why I might sound a little different. It doesn't hurt at the moment, but it is a little different. Anyways, on the good screen, I've been enjoying Hogwarts Legacy. I've been enjoying it. I'm playing it very slowly, I guess, compared to a lot of our other friends.
Yeah, a lot of people are playing the game like it's a challenge to 100% it.
Yeah, which I guess it kind of is. Like, the game wants you to 100% it.
It throws you the numbers and says, here you go, have fun.
Yeah. And then even when you fill those numbers, there's always more.
There's always more.
Like, we've had, like, I think at least 2 friends that has Tiny 100%ed it already? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's done. I think she's done.
And, like, Wummel or someone like that. Yeah. Y'all are crazy, but,
I just can't beat a game. I can't 100% a game within 2 weeks of it coming out.
I just don't have the time.
I just feel like even if I had the time, I just feel like that's like, now what? Like,
yeah.
I just spent $80 for this game.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to beat it in like a week or 2.
It really reminds me because I have been listening to Into the Aether a lot recently.
Yeah, podcast.
And I listened to their bonus episode all about Animal Crossing, but also recently listened to another episode where they talked about New Horizons.
Okay.
And they specifically talk about how the older Animal Crossing games, specifically New Leaf, you really have to play it just a little bit every day.
A little bit, yeah.
Yes, you cannot go like balls to the walls with the older Animal Crossing games like you can New Horizons. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It punishes you for that too.
Does it really?
Yeah, well, if you time skip.
Oh, yeah.
And also,
but you could still play New Horizons without time skipping after a certain point. Well, even in the beginning, like, you just keep going.
Yeah.
I think that the problem with New Horizons, and if we get off topic here, is that was the COVID game, so everyone was playing it like a lot because that was the only thing out. I think Doom Eternal came out the same day, and I remember that was a joke.
Yeah.
But
but yeah, I was a victim of that. Like, I remember we both played it a lot.
Right.
Especially after we moved in together.
I would say I played it more before we moved in.
I didn't play it too much before that, I don't think.
Like, I'll set up the picture for anyone watching. I got the game right before I moved out because I was staying at my Nana's for a few months between when we got an apartment when you moved in. And I say probably like a quarter of my total time in Animal Crossing was like that first week. And that was all there. And it was just all day. Like fishing, bug catching, like I think it was the first animal. No, New Leaf was also a spring start, but it was all leading into summer. But like there was so much to do just like on the island, and then I don't think I even unlocked terraforming until I moved in here 2 weeks later. And then I was all by myself, and my whole day was like I worked remotely, and all my breaks were 15-minute breaks and then 30-minute breaks. just playing Animal Crossing until I got my 1X, not Series X, 1X. And it was all like, that's all I did all day. And it was like super isolating. I remember that one of my Muffy, wait, no, not Muffy. Purple Sheep.
Purple Sheep? That's Muffy.
Muffy?
Yeah, the goth sheep.
Yeah. No, not the goth one. Stella, the other one. Yeah, okay. Stella. It was her birthday.
Oh yeah.
And I remember celebrating the birthday party and just sitting there in my empty apartment on my big blue chair and just like having like an emotional moment because like it was just so happy and like nothing was happy at that time.
Wow.
So like that was like, but I think, and everyone played that game way too much. And I think that if it wouldn't have come out or if COVID never happened, I think everyone would have like dropped it immediately. I don't think it would have been half as popular.
I think the same thing would have still happened, but it would have been dropped a lot faster.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like people are circling back around to it again now a couple years later and playing it the right way.
I'm feeling like doing that.
I've thought about going back to New Leaf, honestly.
Okay.
But also New Horizons just has so much more to offer. Also,
Sorta.
I'm very guilty when the Happy Home DLC came out.
Yeah, you rushed through that
like
too.
All of that in like a week.
Like it should like lock you to do one house a day.
Yeah.
Like it should. Like Animal Crossing isn't that kind of game. Like you can't.
I feel like the first one did that.
Probably.
I don't remember. It was like, I don't remember. But anyways.
All right. So yeah, Hogwarts Legacy.
Anyway, yeah, I feel like a lot of people have been doing that with Hogwarts Legacy and like speed playing it, which is like fine if that's what you like to do.
Some people just play games really fast.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's the same thing with like speed reading. Like you're not gonna retain any of that. You're not gonna remember. You can't go back to that game like a year from now and know where everything is.
No, like I plan because Ishin comes out in a couple days.
Yeah, like a Dragon Ishin.
Yeah, I plan on going back and forth between Ishin and Hogwarts Legacy for a while.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna start my second shift job this week.
Woo!
Which, by the way, there may be a shift in the podcasting schedule along with that.
It'll be whenever. I mean, this weekend we'll have Saturday, I guess. But or Sunday morning to record. But then after that, it's gonna get weird. Yeah, I'm suggesting to go see a movie tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah,
because you'll still be working until 4. Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
I kind of want to see it.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll just leave that part in.
All right.
But yeah, you're flipping from like you're taking your time. At this point, you're taking your time, even though you have about 20 hours in the game. You're taking that's a lot in 2 weeks. Like
I still am taking my time. Like I only just did the first big trial.
Yeah.
And I also only. What was the other thing I also only like just did? I guess I'm just at that point.
You
I
just
did
got
the first trial. Theming. I just got the beast stuff. I just got.
You're around where I am.
Alohomora. But I'm 20 hours in.
Yeah. So you're flip-flopping games. I'm taking a legitimate break from that game.
Hogwarts.
Yes. I have some things to say about it. If I was a video game reviewer.
Can't we be?
We could. I mean, who knows?
Isn't that what Teeny Weenies are all about?
Screeny Weenies are all about reviewing games, yeah, but we had to get that format down a little better. So let me start out with the positives. Like we mentioned before on the episode last week, they nailed the castle.
Oh yeah,
the castle is amazing.
Whole world.
They nailed the castle and they nailed Hogsmeade. The rest of the world, it's just the world. It's just like every other open world game. There's just stuff to do at random places, little towns that don't really mean anything, and a few quests in each one, and a bunch of places to fast travel to.
Yeah.
It has no personality outside of Hogsmeade and Hogwarts, and I feel like if they would have just like made that the whole place to go around, it would be like an entirely more condensed and like less grindy experience because like again, like they got the vibe right. It feels like you're playing a Harry Potter movie when you're in those sections. But like the world itself and like how ridiculous it is that you're just murking people all across the world.
Oh my gosh.
And I like that there's so much to do, but you won't understand this, but at the point I'm at, it's getting to be the Donkey Kong 64 effect, where you're just collecting stuff so that you can collect more stuff.
Oh yeah.
So that you can unlock other stuff, but
that's exactly what the demiguise shit is.
Right. Yeah. When I got like the cracks really started to show, and the day that the game crashed on me 3 times.
Yeah.
But like the cracks really started to show through when I got the Alohomora, because I was like, oh my gosh, I can finally unlock the doors. Mm-hmm. And then I realized, well, I already knew, but I realized that there were a lot more level 2 doors and level 3 doors than I thought. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, shit, I guess I got to go collect a bunch of these statues so I can just unlock more doors. Mm-hmm. So that I can find more of these statues so that I can unlock even more doors. And it's not that part isn't fun.
Like, I would have thought that the level 2 and level 3 doors would have just been like extra hard.
Right.
Like harder to attempt.
But no.
Kind of like the lockpicking in Skyrim.
Yeah.
Like you can try a level 10 lock with like just the little whatever it's called kit.
Yeah, I prematurely called this Harry Potter Skyrim, and it definitely isn't that.
No,
it's not on that level. It's not a top 10 game. It's not a number 1 game ever. It like the whole collection emphasis in the game, it just feels so pointless, because I think that it would have been more worthwhile if there was like a crafting system for your outfits and stuff.
Yes, outfits are so annoying to me.
The outfit, like, you get gear so much, and then at a certain point, especially if you do more than your level cap.
Especially where we're both at now, because we're both like level 20.
You're unlocking all these doors, spending all this time unlocking the doors, and then you get gear that's lower level, and you just wind up selling it.
Yeah.
So, and then of course, like when you get too much gear, you had to go sell it, but then you can go and do the Merlin trials, which also take a lot of time. I spent 2 fucking hours yesterday morning getting enough Merlin trials to just get the full inventory.
How long did it take?
It took 2 hours. I just said.
I meant how many Merlin trials did it take?
It's 25. Well, 25 was the last full challenge, so it was 25 and then like 12 and then 8 and then 1.
I don't like puzzles, so I really hate the Merlin
trials. But the
trials.
thing about the Merlin, like at first the Merlin trials were like really fun. Like it was like, oh, this is cool, and then you realize that there's just like, I think 9 total different ones, and then after you do 9, like, you just know how to fix it. You just gotta like look for something around you on the map, and then it's done. And they usually take like 30 seconds, and it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go fast travel over here and go on my broom and go to this one now. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't feel like exploring the world doesn't feel natural outside of Hogsmeade and Hogwarts, because like everything out there, like I swear to God, except for like a few missions, you don't even need to go to half those towns.
No,
you could probably play the whole game without going to a few of them.
I feel like the one collecting thing that I do really like, because I don't like the demiguise statues, I don't like the Merlin quests, I do like the field guide pages,
right?
Those and I do fun. Like the flying pages.
Yeah, because you just pick them up, and then you get a little bit of information. You just have
to go find them. It takes you to a fun spot usually.
Yeah.
Like.
It makes you look at the cool stuff in the castle.
Yes, it makes you look around. Yeah. The other ones are just kind of hidden around, and it's like, why?
The other ones aren't even hidden, because if you're outside of Hogsmeade or Hogwarts,
it tells you where they are.
It tells you where they are.
Well, so there's that, but I meant more so along the lines of like the demiguise statues, which if you Revelio, like you'll see where they are. You'll see like
a oval shape.
Also, I'm really bad at sneaking, so I don't like doing those.
Oh, you don't need to sneak when you do that.
No? It was just the one quest?
It was just the quest because you were in the restricted section. But anyway, so
at this point I'm only playing it because I'm really curious about what the fuck the plot of the game even is.
I don't even know what the plot of the game is.
I don't know what the plot of the story is.
It's like you're like a chosen one sort of character. It's not an original story. Like,
no, not at all.
But it's still like the way they present everything feels like Harry Potter.
Yeah, but I just want to know what the chosen one aspect of it even means. Like, why is it so important and crazy that I can see ancient magic? Like,
and why didn't any of this get brought up in the movies?
Because they're retconning the whole entire series.
You think so?
I know so.
Oh my God. All right. So that's my complaint. Like, I think that it would be better with a normal gear system. Just and like
or even just upgrading your regular gear, because like I've gotten to the point where I have pretty decent gear. Like everything I'm picking up I can't use because it's like way under leveled, which is so annoying.
Because you have a few sets of pieces of orange gear.
Yeah,
and it's better than everything else you're picking up.
Yeah, but like I can't like upgrade the gear I already have. Like if I could just do that,
you can upgrade it a little bit, but like it just makes it a little better.
Well, yes. Yeah. But, like, if I could rework the mechanics so I could just upgrade the gear I have, but there could still be, like, like over like costumes I could choose, like how you could do like I could choose to put on the wonkiest outfit, but you don't see any of it. Or you could choose to do different outfits.
That's the weird thing to me. Like they have all these like cosmetic outfits that you can put on for completing the challenges. Yeah. So like they have all the outfits for completing the challenges, but those are usually much cooler, like way cooler, and they seem to all like be a very different style of clothing. Like there's literally night armor that you can get.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. I think, and this is another thing I want to get into. I'll mention like the morality stuff. But like I think that when they were first making the game, they had like certain sets that had certain effects. Like the armor would protect you from like fire or something. And then like another one would make you better at stealth. Kind of like a Zelda, like the whole Zelda thing. And if you had the full set on, you'd get more, that hurt my finger. You'd get more stuff unlocked. So
I would like that.
Yeah, I think, and there are little like pieces of the game that you just feel like they were trying to go for something else. And the other one, of course, is the whole like choices options.
Yeah.
So Lauren and I it was during the one where you fly around the castle and the kid goes, "Hey, do you want to go dick around over here?"
Yeah.
And I said sure, and I wasn't really reading.
I said no.
And then Lauren said no, and it turned out to be the same outcome.
You had to do it either way.
Yeah, it felt like a choice though.
I'm curious because I still don't know what the fuck the plot is, right?
Yeah.
Like, do our choices matter or not?
I don't think so.
Because like if they did, I wish they'd make it more obvious, like a Telltale game type thing. A Harry Potter Telltale game, that's money. But
that is money.
But like just making pointless choices for no reason.
Yeah.
If it's not adding up to anything in the end, like affecting an ending, that'd be cool. Because there's so many choices you make during the whole game. So if you did want to replay it, you would have to choose entirely different choices to get a different ending. Like, you have to do it all totally different.
It's too safe.
Yeah, and it's like the options are usually either polite yes 1 or polite no 1.
Yeah.
Like
your character's definitely a Mary Sue.
Yeah, your character's a Mary Sue or a Gary Stu.
Gary Stu.
And it's always like, yes, I would love to do that, or
like, oh,
I think
sorry
we might get in
to
trouble if we do that.
Yeah.
Like that's the options for everything. Or there's sometimes the third option where it's like, give me money to do this.
Yeah.
Where it's like I don't know why. One thing that I do wish was more of a thing was if the game was tailored to what house you were.
Right.
Because it seems like it's the same no matter what, except for that one quest at the beginning that you can do. But like, say I was put in House Slytherin, that would be so like I could extort people more.
Yeah,
but like
you'd have better luck in doing that.
Yeah, but like if I was in like Hufflepuff like I am now, maybe it's just I get more friendship points or something. You know, like I don't know.
Or like there's a charisma, like you have higher charisma.
Yeah.
Or like, and then like Ravenclaw is higher
intelligence.
Intellect.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking of like the Bethesda route if they would have made this game, and then Gryffindor would be like higher courage,
or
like
something like
based
that.
off of the fucking house. Like there's
literally
like and all the kids most of the kids like if you were colorblind,
you wouldn't know
which house they were in,
except for that Isadora bitch.
What house is she in?
Slytherin. She calls you a squib.
Sebastian is like the nicest dude.
And he's a Slytherin.
But he's a little troublemaker, but so was Harry Potter, and he was a Gryffindor.
Well, no, Harry Potter was, so like lore-wise, he was supposed to be in House Slytherin.
Oh.
But because, I think it was because his parents were in Gryffindor, like his influence changed the mind of the Sorting Hat. Otherwise, he would have been put in House Slytherin, because I think the Sorting Hat says something like Slytherin? Yeah. No, Gryffindor, or whatever the fuck.
Is that like confirmed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he would have been put in Slytherin if it weren't for his own influence.
Interesting. So, my voice cracked there.
Yeah, it's okay. Mine's all over the place.
So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is I'm taking a little break from the game because the negative thoughts are getting a little big. And it's just like, look at this part of the map, look at this part, go do this silly thing a million times.
I'm just playing little bits at a time and doing it seems to be interesting to me.
Yeah, that's the way to play this game. Like, just take your time, do the stuff that you want to do. Don't look at the fucking percentages.
Don't look at the percentages.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't give you anything.
Don't play for more than like 2 hours at a time.
And the worst part is completing everything doesn't give you anything better than a cosmetic fucking item.
Literally.
And like it doesn't matter. Like you could play through without collecting any of the demiguise statues or any of the Merlin Trials or any of the pages,
Yes.
and you could still complete this game. Like there's no point, and it's like, oh yeah, it's a fun little checklist. Well, at a certain point, the checklist becomes a chore list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing that I was really interested in first is the like the dragonfly keys that you go and
Those
find.
are fun. But I don't even know what is in the chest. Did you open the chest?
No, but I know
missing two.
I know for a fact I've only like
it's gonna be something cosmetic.
It's gonna be a cosmetic
yeah,
thing.
It's gonna be a cosmetic
I should probably
item.
just go ahead and ask Tiny, like, what the hell is it? I know she's gotten it. What is it? Is it a stupid robe?
It's probably
is it a silly hat?
It's probably like a silly hat that says you're a dunce.
It's probably a dunce cap. You're right. Haha, you're stupid. You spent all this time doing this stupid thing.
You spent a lot of time doing this thing.
Anyways, Russell, what did you enjoy on the good screen this week?
Oh, I was going to just talk about Harry Potter, but or Hogwarts, but I guess I'll talk about other stuff. So I got to think. Other than Hogwarts Legacy, I got the Platinum Trophy on Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, yeah.
A little grindy at the end, but that was my own fault. And then I realized that I could turn on like a cheat code to give myself unlimited ammo.
Oh.
But I earned it because I got the gold bolt for it.
That's fine.
And then I grinded up a level for a weapon so that I could like get the final form of it.
Okay.
So that I could get a trophy for like deflecting stuff, and that was my last trophy. And that was such a good game. Definitely a better use of the haptic triggers than Harry Potter. Like the trigger sensitivity. I'm making a weird like gesture with my finger.
You are. You're doing like the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I finished that up. I played Hogwarts Legacy, which I just talked about. And I played a little bit of Fire Emblem when you were playing.
What's that game?
The one I was playing this morning, Draenus.
Yeah.
I played a little bit more of that today as well. And then just like now, you're doing Spider-Man?
Pew, 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 pew.
Okay. And then
sorry.
literally right before we started recording this, I asked Lauren, I was like, here's my games on my computer that said not played in Steam. I was like, which one should I play? And she said Atelier Ryza.
Yeah, so you could talk about it with everybody.
Yeah. And I'm enjoying that so far.
Well, and the Atelier Marie game is being remade, which I'm looking forward to because both the look of it and based on what I've seen of the combat, like those stills of the combat,
it's very similar to Verona.
It's very similar to Verona, and
we talked about that way long ago. I want to play Verona too, and I
want to play it again.
The way that I thought about it was, I thought that when I got those I got them for myself, but I knew that Lauren would probably want to try them at least. But
yeah, but I went hard.
Yeah, you went really hard, and I wanted to start there because that's where like the modern Atelier series kind of evolves. Yeah, and the ones before that were more action oriented and tailored for a Western audience or something like that.
Okay.
And they were on the PS2, so that was the first like PS3 one. They were like, that's going back to the roots. And Marie is like, you can tell that Marie is just like Verona with like that kind of stuff. Like you hire your party members and there's like a town square that you go in. Well, there's a town square in Ryza too, but it's kind of not really a town square. It's more like a full island.
With Verona, the city portion was like, I'm not going to say open world, but like you could go to a lot of different portions.
It was a little hub.
There. Yeah.
A little hub.
It was pretty cool.
And so I started that. I don't know if I'll keep playing it. I made an attempt to play Final Fantasy 14 again. But I think I fucked up my license. Because I accidentally activated my Steam license for my non-Steam like free trial.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I can't like it selects that username now, and I think I had to like call support and be like, hey, can you like disassociate this? So I messed up on that.
Okay.
And other than that, like I guess that's really it. You start your new job soon, or you start your new schedule for your new job soon. So we're both going to get a little time to ourselves after work without any interruptions or like needing to cook or do anything together. Believe it or not, we like to spend time together.
Yeah, it's going to be sad.
Yeah, so yeah.
I'll be bored as fuck.
I'll be bored too. But at least I'll between that and like studying and things like that, I'm sure I just won't go home and just like play games all night. Every night at least.
I don't know what I'll do. There's a gym there that I can use.
Yeah.
So I could use the gym there and then come home and eat.
Right.
Because I'm assuming that I'm talking about house shit now.
Yeah, all right.
Whatever. Anyways, moving on.
All right.
Oh, also, my birthday's on Friday, so email us and tell me happy birthday, please.
Okay.
Anyways.
But do you know whose birthday is not on Friday?
A lot of other people.
A lot of other people, yeah.
Yeah. Yours?
So, mine's not on Friday.
No, mine is Friday, the 24th.
Mm-hmm. All right, Lauren, so let's go ahead and switch gears. We talked enough about video games. Let's talk about another.
My life is like a video game.
My life is like a video game, too. Let's talk about another game, the great game of football.
Football!
As we explore the wonderful movie.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
No.
No?
We're talking about 80 for Brady.
Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so transition mode.
Everyone's favorite sun-kissing father, Tom Brady.
Yep. All right, so we had originally planned that we were going to watch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, and I kind of wish that we wouldn't have procrastinated so much. We had all the time in the world.
I had no energy yesterday. Russell, I was very drained yesterday. I feel like if there's any day I absolutely felt sick, it was yesterday.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I feel fine.
I mean, I feel fine otherwise. It's really just my throat
Okay.
is a little sore, but yesterday I felt extremely drained.
So Lauren was a little drained, and so thankfully we wouldn't have anything to go off of. Thankfully on Tuesday for Valentines Day, we went to go see 80 for Brady.
We did.
And we decided that we would talk about it today. We were going to talk about it anyway, along with Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So, Will, I'm going to have to save your email for next week.
Did he talk about Eternal Sunshine?
It was all about Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Will.
Yeah.
It's all my fault.
It's all Lauren's fault. I kept asking her if she really wanted to watch a movie, and she kept saying no.
Well, would you rather I be in a good mood to watch the movie and have something to talk about the podcast, or not be in a mood and say it was fine?
You just need to be in a good mood when we record the podcast.
It's a mix of both.
All right, so I know we have a little bit of an international audience now, so I don't know how interesting 80 for Brady is going to be.
Probably
Let
none.
us know how popular.
Do they have football in Australia? Skyward, send us an email. Do they have American football in Australia?
American football in Australia.
As opposed to like soccer.
I know that in the UK they have NFL,
Rugby.
like one NFL game a year. They fly out to like Germany or something.
Do they really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Speaking of like the last video, we should start talking about. We should talk about some of the comments that we got. Stop banging on the table.
I was going to say we didn't talk about what we would watch at the good screen. We didn't talk about the XFL at all.
Yeah, we should have talked about that, but that's okay. We'll save it for next week.
All right, whatever.
All right, so we got some comments on our last YouTube video.
We did.
We got quite a few comments, more than usual. So thank you everyone for listening and watching and making our listen time like 1,000% higher than normal.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That
when you
was
showed me
so
those stats.
funny.
It was like 4,000% more viewers.
It wasn't
last
4,000. It was like
it was something
400
like that.
something, 400%.
Oh yeah.
And then it was like
because instead of like 4, it was like 40.
Yeah. All right. So let me look at the comments. Let me pull them up really quick.
Okay.
Skyward commented on the Mortal Kombat episode, which I guess we'll start. We'll move back and come forward.
Okay.
He said that he rented the Mortal Kombat versus DC game with his friends.
That's one that I played.
Yeah, and he said he played it all night. So
Oh.
it must be pretty good.
Yeah. I wonder if that was recently. Did he say if it was recently or back when he was like 10 years ago?
I'm assuming it was a while ago because the game's kind of older now.
Yeah.
He also said in our last episode, he said that he was big into Harry Potter, but he got all the books, and then he's kind of over it. Yeah,
that's valid.
And then I want to say I know who this is on the Isha Gaming server, but Edgar_13R on the Warcraft episode said, "Great episode. Really enjoying your podcast. Good stuff. Thumbs up."
Nice. Thank you, Edward_R.
Edgar_13R.
Isn't that what I said?
You said Edward.
I said Edgar.
I don't know. I'll play it
You're
back.
crazy.
All right. And then on the last one, when we were talking about Juno and Scott Pilgrim,
Mm-hmm.
Edgar also said, "Great episode. I think a lot of people feel the same way about," when I was talking about Workaholics, he said, "I think a lot of people feel the same way about Workaholics. One actor I can't stand is Jesse Eisenberg. You just want to kick the guy in the face when he has a line." It's kind of true. He's one of those actors, too. Very acquired taste.
Wait, I don't remember what he looks like off the top of my head.
He was the guy who played Lex Luthor in Batman vs. Superman.
I don't know.
Okay.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Oh! I always thought his name was something else.
What do you think it was?
Him? I don't think you're thinking... Are you thinking of
That's
this
him.
guy?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, I don't know. I knew he was in SNL. I thought his name was
He was
Mark.
not in SNL. No.
Wasn't he?
You're thinking of Andy Samberg.
You're right.
Yeah.
I am thinking of Andy Samberg.
Is less punchable than Jesse Eisenberg. Okay, so let's go ahead.
Yeah, they look kind of similar.
Now that we've gotten our... He looks like the Chad version of Jesse Eisenberg. Okay, so now that we got our feedback part out, thank you everyone for commenting.
Yes, thank you.
We'll tell you what our next podcast is going to be. Well, it's going to be Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So you have anything to say about that, and you want to be featured, or if you had any comments about this one and you learned so much about American football or Tom Brady that you didn't already know about if you're already an American. Already an American. That's a weird sentence. Just leave us some feedback on YouTube. I get all giddy like a little schoolgirl whenever we get
He really does. He goes,
Lauren, we got a comment. We got 3 likes. We're in the algorithm.
Yeah.
So this week we were talking about 80 for Brady.
Yes.
Which is an interesting movie.
It was something. It was something.
All right, so...
I did not take notes during this movie because we did not plan to talk about it, so I'm going to be pulling a lot of my stuff from memory.
Okay, me too. I have a little bit of information for everyone before we start talking about the movie.
We're going to explain all the rules of American football.
No, we don't need to go that far. I'm pretty sure,
it's like...
Football's pretty popular, right?
So football evolved from rugby, which evolved from soccer. So if you know how to play either of those two sports, I'm sure it's like the same exact thing.
Sure. So the subject of this movie, other than the 4 80-year-old woman,
yes,
is Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
So if you are uninitiated in who Tom Brady is, I have a little bit of a stat sheet for you.
Okay.
All right, Tom Brady. Recently retired quarterback for the NFL.
Retired for like the 3rd time.
2nd time. He just retired for real, like 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Right, yeah. Right before the Super Bowl this year, he retired.
Yeah.
Okay. So he played most of his career with the New England Patriots. Mm-hmm. That is the football team that is every state above New York. Mm-hmm. And we're like next to New York.
Yeah.
Other than New Jersey, area. Even New Jersey, I think they even like. No, I think they're the Jets, right? It doesn't matter. He played most of his career in New England. And then his last 3 seasons were with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Florida.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
It was weird. I wish he would have been on the same team, but he had some beef with the coach.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. He is a 7-time Super Bowl champion.
Insane.
So just take your country's version of football and whatever they call that for the championship.
It's like if they won
7 world
FIFA 7 times.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's the big soccer one called? It's not FIFA, that's the game.
Premier League?
No, what's the big one?
Oh, the World Cup.
That's like if they won the World Cup 7 times in a row.
I think
But the World Cup beats every 3 years, not every year.
Yeah, that's not a good comparison. Whatever the championship game is for Premier League or whatever.
It's like if they won the Masters, like golf, the Masters 7
See,
times
that's
in
another
a row.
American sport. Anyway.
Golf started in Europe.
But, like, it's an American thing now.
Scotland.
It's an American sport now.
No, it's everywhere.
All right.
It's everywhere.
Okay, well, we're getting off topic. Okay, he was on a team that won the Super Bowl 7 times.
Okay.
Big deal. He was also playing for, like, over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
He is a 5-time Super Bowl MVP. So 5 of those 7 times, it was directly because of him that they won. I think one time it was the defensive player that actually won, which is cool.
Yeah.
He's a 3-time NFL MVP. So that means that season, he was, like, the best in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
How
many seasons did he play?
Over 20. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe exactly 20. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Holds the NFL record for most career quarterback wins at 251. Most career passing attempts at 12,000.
12,000.
Most career passing completions at 7,753. Most career passing touchdowns at 649.
Oh my God.
Most career passing yards at 89,214.
Which times 3.
And there are a lot more. Like the Wikipedia page that I got all of this information from, I never saw the sidebar go down so far. Like it goes down so fucking far. If you started on the Tom Brady page for Secret Hitler or Find Hitler on Wikipedia, the Hitler game, no. You would have a time disadvantage because you'd have to scroll down so far to get to the information that could possibly lead you to the Wikipedia entry.
Whenever I played that game, we played it in an amount of clicks you can get, not how fast you can get it.
Right, but I think some clicks are pretty. Like the last time I played, I got it in 4 clicks. I was really impressed.
That's incredible.
And I started with something really weird. I don't remember what it was at this point, but
yeah.
All right. He's a 2-time NFL Offensive Player of the Year. He is 6'4". That is 1.93 meters.
Okay, thank you.
And 225 pounds.
How many kilos is that?
102 kilos.
All right, thank you.
All right, so now we know
adapting that for international audience.
He also doesn't eat anything that isn't meat. He doesn't eat carbs.
Well, good thing he eats pussy.
He's recently divorced as well, so I don't even know if he does that.
He's eating so much pussy.
He's eating a lot of different pussy now.
A lot of sweaty pussy.
Getting a lot of mercury. All right, so now we know about Tom Brady, just in case anyone needed to hear more information about this guy for possibly the last time ever.
I am disappointed you didn't convert the yards into like
meters. Well, yards is how the game works.
Well, yeah, but a yard is 3 feet and 1 foot is 12 inches.
Right.
And 1 inch is like 1.5 centimeters. So
okay.
You guys do the conversion there.
It doesn't matter. NFL.
Actually, I'm curious.
No, NFL. The whole field is in yards.
How many yards did you say it was?
For what?
I don't know. You said 1 was yards.
Passing yards, 89,214.
That is 8,157,728.16 centimeters.
Why didn't you just do meters?
I don't know. Just move it over a couple times.
No. Do meters. Okay. Do meters. What the fuck? That makes.
Or should I do kilometer?
Do meters.
Okay.
And then I have another Google for you after that.
Okay. 81,577 meters.
Okay. Now, how many meters is it to the moon?
Oh, it says kilometers.
Oh, fuck.
What is that to meters? Fuck.
Convert it up.
Hold on.
How many kilometers is it?
Okay. The distance to the moon in meters, it's 38 million meters.
Oh.
Not as far to the moon.
He didn't make it to the moon.
He didn't make it to the moon.
But he definitely got out of orbit.
He's up there.
Possibly.
Wait, how many...
We're just showing how stupid we are right now. We should probably stop. All right, let's talk about the movie. Let's talk about the movie. I want to
find out how many miles that is. That's only 50 miles.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
You
could drive to the moon.
No, that amount of meters, the 81,000, that's 50 miles. No, it is way more miles than that to get to the moon.
So he threw enough footballs to go all the way to my parents' house.
Yeah. To the moon in miles, it's 238,000 miles.
Could still drive. Anyway, let's start talking about the movie. The movie was directed
Goddamn.
The movie was directed by Kyle Marvin.
Who's that?
I don't know. And Wikipedia didn't even have his name like in a hyperlink, so I couldn't go to his page.
That's crazy.
Didn't look up anything else about Kyle Marvin. However, it was written by Sarah Haskins and Emily Halpern. Do you recognize those names?
Should I?
No. I could only pull like one or two things that they worked on. They both worked on Trophy Wife, the TV show.
Ew.
And Booksmart, the TV show. I thought those sounded familiar. Mm-hmm. And then Emily Halpern was a writer on Blackish.
Okay.
I recognize that show, but I've never watched.
I don't watch a lot of sitcoms.
They were sitcom writers, and this is like their first like big movie.
This is a sitcom movie.
Sorta. Okay. The movie was first revealed shortly after Tom Brady retired for the first time in late January of 2022. Do you remember when Tom Brady retired for the first time? What we were doing then?
What we were doing then?
Yes.
Were we having sex?
No.
Oh, what were we doing?
We were doing our Let's Play, and we talked about it on
Oh my god!
For
Hamtaro,
it's on. I'm gonna have to cut that inappropriate part out.
Sorry, guys.
But no. I just imagine like looked out on my phone. Oh my god, Lauren! Tom Brady just retired. No, we were doing our Let's Play. And we were talking about it. We had a whole segment in, like, I think the 3rd or 4th episode. And we included the clip of him kissing his son.
You're
like,
right.
Really, really fucking hard.
I remember now.
And I will never forget that. That was probably my favorite part that we did. I was thinking about uploading that whole thing onto the Good Screen channel, but I don't think I'm going to do it.
I don't see why not.
I'm thinking about sunsetting my regular YouTube channel.
Quiet quitting?
Not quiet quitting, but like just starting to upload on the Good Screen since we have a little more traction there. But
fine.
That's business talk.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. The movie was revealed after he retired for the first time, and Tom Brady announced in February that he would produce and appear in the movie. It is inspired by true events. Mm-hmm. There's a real-life group of Patriot superfans that called themselves the Over 80 for Brady Club. They were featured at the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. One of their grandsons was the one who pitched the idea for the movie. Interesting. Tom Brady Tom Brady very quickly reversed his decision to retire from the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like a week later.
Like right after that, yeah. So this delayed the production of the movie because he had to train for the next season. And at that point, I don't even think they knew if it was going to be like just one more season or if he was like back in for a few more years until he got like a Super Bowl or something. Mm-hmm. And boy, did they quickly probably realize that it would be his last season because he just wasn't there. He was going through a divorce at the time and everything.
Yeah.
But
it would have been a great year to have not been playing football.
Yeah. 2 days before the film released, Tom Brady actually retired for good.
For realsies.
2 days before the movie came out. Mm-hmm. So a publicity stunt to go see the movie. One last hurrah. Looking at Tom Brady. And that's it. That's it. I bit my tongue. There is a soundtrack for this movie.
What?
There is a soundtrack for the movie.
What's in the soundtrack?
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't?
but there was a single produced for the movie. Like, I'm talking like back when they had music video. It has a music video. And
we're gonna have to look at that.
The song is called "Gonna Be You," and it's performed by Dolly Parton, Belinda Carlisle, Cyndi Lauper, Gloria Estefan, and Debbie Harry. and the single received a music video that includes clips of the movie and the aforementioned singers performing the song wearing Tom Brady jerseys that look like what the ladies wore in the movie.
How come that wasn't in the movie anywhere at all?
I think it might have been playing during the credits. But like that movie
yeah, but they could have done a thing where they went and saw Dolly before the show started or something. Or if Dolly was the halftime show.
Oh my god. Well, I don't remember.
I mean, this was based on the real Super Bowl too.
I think that was the Travis Scott year.
I don't know.
It would have been 2019.
We were talking about this on the way home. I don't know.
Yeah. So I remember that Travis Scott Super Bowl thing
awesome.
with SpongeBob, and it was totally like a fake out because everyone wanted Band Geeks to be in the Super Bowl that year. Things were different back then. Things really were different back then.
Yeah, pre-COVID.
Anyway, box office numbers. I mean, it's still out in theaters if you want to go see it in America. I don't know if it's playing in Australia or like the UK or Norway.
Tiny, go see this movie.
Yeah, go see this movie.
Go see this movie.
10 million opening weekend, 12.5 million debut, finishing second behind Knock at the Cabin. However,
I want to see that.
I want to see that too. However, it sold more tickets at 1.3 million. Do you want to know how it made less money but sold more tickets?
Because nobody went to see it. They didn't show
No,
up.
people did go see it, but it made less money but sold more tickets.
People saw it on discount nights?
Sort of. Over half the audience was over the age of 55. And 69% of them were women. Nice. And due to put two and two together,
senior discount.
Most of the screenings were matinee as well.
Oh, so they got extra discounts.
So they got extra discounts to go see the movie, and it still like outperformed it in total ticket sales, which I thought was funny. Like first weekend, it being the most ticket sales in America. That is hilarious. Okay, so now that we have all the background information out, I'll do the quick IMDb.
Okay.
Which is just a sentence.
Yeah, sorry.
It's a group of friends made it their lifelong mission to go to the Super Bowl and meet NFL superstar Tom Brady. That's the whole plot.
That really is.
That is the whole plot. So, Lauren, what did you think about 80 for Brady?
I thought it was very cheesy.
Right.
Now that I know it was written by sitcom writers, it makes a lot more sense.
It makes way more sense, yeah.
But there wasn't really a moral. There wasn't like an overarching theme. It was just, other than the fact that it was going to be their last chance to do this together because the one was maybe going to die of cancer.
Yeah, I think you're wrong there. So I think the moral of the story is enjoy your life while it lasts. They didn't know how long Tom Brady would be in the NFL, and they didn't know how long their friend would be alive.
True, I guess.
So they were like, let's just go out with a bang.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Let's just charge our credit cards for this. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, we're old. What's the matter?
And I think that overall it was just like, hey, we're old, and this could be it for us, and we're such good. It was definitely like a friendship is important movie, and that's really like the only theme of the movie is like. So the whole, I'll elaborate on the plot a little more. So the setup for like how they became like really close. Well, I guess they were friends already, but when the oldest of them, I'm assuming she was the oldest of them.
I think so.
The main character.
I don't know her name.
I don't remember her name at this point either. She was going through her last stage of chemo back in, I want to say 2002, 2003.
It would have had to have
when
been.
Tom Brady, when in the game that infamously or famously was his first start in the NFL.
Yeah.
Because he was a backup quarterback. And during that game, some weird stuff happened. And like they were just like having a little get together and the remote broke. And they couldn't change the channel.
Yeah, and she was like, well, I guess we're watching this.
Yeah, and it happened to be the game that Tom Brady started, like his first ever NFL game. And he won, of course, and he had a massive winning record through his entire stint in the NFL.
Yeah, and they fell in love with him.
And every Sunday or every whatever Patriots night, they would watch the game together, and they had like rituals, like they had to knock over a can of or a bowl of chips when the kickoff started. and Sally Field's character had to stand on the ladder.
Yeah.
Because I guess she was doing that in the first time that they watched it.
Yeah, whenever I think it was playoffs.
Yeah.
When a game would start, they would redo that little ritual that they somehow accidentally made.
Yeah.
Like the first time they
it
went
was
to the
really
Super Bowl
cute.
or something. That part was really cute.
It was really cute. It was really interesting, like how they had it set up. It was like kind of corny, but at the same time, kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite part of the movie was when Tom Brady would talk to her.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Through like the bobblehead or like the poster.
Yeah.
Or like on the big TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my favorite part was that
when
Tom Brady had his little like, you can do it, whatever your name is. I think it was like Linda. I don't. It might not be
something
Linda.
like that.
But so years go by, and of course, Patriots win. He won like 5 of his 7 Super Bowls at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And her cancer comes back.
Yes.
And her doctor, she does a biopsy.
Yeah.
Or like a check.
Yeah.
And she doesn't open up the envelope with the results.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, she decides to let it go. And there's like a promotion to get tickets to go see Tom Brady at the Super Bowl.
It's like a radio show type thing.
Like a shady
call in
ass
and tell
radio
us your
show.
story. Yeah, like a really sketchy radio show. They're like, call in and tell us your story, and we'll get you tickets to the Super Bowl.
And they don't win.
No.
And
but she lies and says they won.
She lies and says they won, which is the huge drama in this. Like,
The
there's no
biggest
drama in
drama.
this movie. Oh yeah, and they lost the tickets for a little bit.
For like 5 minutes.
And they go down to Florida. I think it was in Florida or Los Angeles. It doesn't matter. It was in a sunny state and not New England, because they never have the Super Bowl usually they don't have the Super Bowl in the city of one of the teams, which is really weird.
Yeah.
But it's such a big event that they have to plan. It's kind of like planning out the Olympics. Like
Basically,
they need to know
yeah.
if you're going to be a Super Bowl town, like 4 or 5, 8 years in advance, so that they can plan around it and like get all the promotional material and make a new parking lot or something like that.
Yeah, no,
or like a quick renovation for your stadium. I'm sure it's like some sort of way to get like a renovation done for your stadium.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they ever had it in Philadelphia. Of course, why would they want to?
Yeah, exactly. It's Philly.
Anyway.
They probably avoid Philly.
Yeah, they probably avoid Philly. Anyway, so I thought, and then of course, like hijinks ensue. Guy Fieri is in this movie a lot. He was
there. When we saw his name pop up in the opening credits, we were like, "What?"
We looked at each other.
Yeah.
And it's like a little romp through, like a little adventure movie. Some parts actually did make me laugh.
Yeah, some of it was like cheesy good.
I was a little tired during the movies, so I did doze off a little bit, but I didn't miss anything.
I feel like my favorite little quip part was the one where the one lady's gambling upstairs at the party.
Yeah.
That Guy Fieri got them an invitation to.
Right.
Or no, it wasn't him. It was the ex-football player that the one girl like banged in a closet.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Yeah, also...
But then she imagined everyone was Guy Fieri.
Yeah, she was high as fuck because when they walked in, they were like, oh, this party's so lame. And so some random girl gave them, like, THC gummy bears.
Yeah.
And they both had at least one whole one, if not 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And the one old lady was tripping real bally hard.
Yeah, I think they were in L.A.
Yeah, and... So she stumbles upon this like poker game that's going on, and this whole time she thinks she's winning like $40 million, but it turns out it's all for charity.
Yeah,
she can't keep it.
That was pretty funny.
And yeah.
So, yeah, it's just like a really fun adventure movie, comedy. Not really much else going on for it. I mean, other than like 1 or 2 celebrity appearances. And some interesting cameos by the players, like Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah,
and
the one
Julian
woman,
Edelman is in the movie.
The same woman who was in the janitor closet with the ex-NFL dude. She wrote
Gronk fan fiction.
Gronk fan fiction that got like published and everything, and he had a copy.
They live in bizarro
his locker.
Sports world where like football is like the best thing in the world.
Also, the whole time, because like the one old lady that was with the ex-football guy, he was like a 2-time Super Bowl champion or something. He had 2 rings.
Yeah,
and so At no point did they think to go to him to get tickets in.
Right.
It wasn't even until like the very end they even remembered
he was
he was in the NFL, that he even existed,
and then he let him in.
Yeah, he let them in. Like they could have called him in the first place.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they lose the tickets because Sellafield does a hot wing.
Yeah, but then they also find out that the tickets aren't even real. She bought scam tickets.
Yeah.
Which I didn't like that part of the plot. And I was like,
that
that's kind of stupid. It's
weird.
redundant at this point.
So I think they were just trying to make it an hour and a half long.
Me too. Yeah, they were definitely padding there a little bit.
They were like, guys, I don't know how we're going to do this. Can we just make one of them get really fucking high and see Guy Fieri? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Basically.
What about the end of the movie, Lauren?
So the end of the movie, it was honestly kind of anticlimactic to me.
Yeah.
Because it was just they go in the locker room and none of them even freak out about seeing Tom Brady. Like they all kind of split off and talk to different players. But then they go and it's just the one with cancer sees Tom Brady. And Tom is like, oh my gosh, your story you told to me, that was incredible. And she was like, thanks. And he was like, keep doing awesome. And she was like, thanks, Tom Brady. And that was like the entire conversation.
No, they did a jersey swap. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
And then she's
like... Oh, yeah.
He's like, I'll take yours. And then she's like, oh, I'll take... Is it sweaty? And he goes, it's really sweaty.
It's really sweaty.
That was the writer's room moment for this.
It really was.
He does like this weird like shaking his shoulders. Like, it's really sweaty. It gets
sweaty.
Her really close.
Yeah.
That was... Lauren lost it at that point.
It was the best part.
That was the best part of the movie.
We keep talking about it.
We keep saying that whenever we get really sweaty. Mm-hmm. It's really sweaty.
Just wait till the summer.
Oh my god. And then at the end, they kind of do another like fake out where they're all preparing for his first game with the Buccaneers. Mm-hmm. And the woman with cancer isn't like there. And her daughter's there. Mm-hmm. And you think, oh my god, she died. Like, you know, they're doing this in honor of her. And then she's making food in the kitchen.
In,
yeah, she was making... Yeah. Don't expect. I mean, we didn't expect much going into it either.
No.
It was worth watching. I want to say it wasn't like.
It was worth going on discount night. Also,
it was worth going for the $7 night.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say like this is gonna hit streaming services really quickly.
Yeah.
It probably could have been a streaming only movie. I
cannot
believe. It could have
been a Disney Plus movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe. I mean, they're trying to get movies back to where they were. So.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I got to see it. It was definitely interesting. I cannot believe they made a movie like this. And yeah, overall, I would say it's worth watching whenever you have the time.
Do you have the time? Anyways.
Yeah, so I think that's all we can really say about 80 for Brady. We managed to talk about it a little bit, that's for sure.
Yeah, most of this episode was not talking about 80 for Brady, but
hey, it was supposed to be a twofer, so let's just end it there.
Yeah.
But not really end it there because we still had to talk about our screenless shoutouts.
We do. Yay.
Okay, Lauren, what is your screenless shoutout this week?
Oh my god. Did I talk about my new sewing machine last week?
Yes.
Oh shit. Ugh. Sorry everybody, I'm stretching. These chairs are really uncomfortable that we sit in.
Yeah. Go on, don't be shy.
My screenless shout out this week is good health.
Good health? It's good health every time you can't think of anything.
Okay. Anyway.
What did we do this week that was good health?
No, I meant like be healthy so you don't get sick like I did.
I don't think you can help it sometimes.
No. Also, I think it might be either a mix of like, because I was pretty stressed out last week. Because basically I had to take this really important test that even though I'm hired, if I failed, they could have turned me away from working there.
Oh, really?
Yes. It was pretty high stakes.
God.
I never really got the chance to tell you about it. But I took a pretty high stakes test last week. And also the weather's been all over the place.
Yeah, I think that has to do with it too. Like,
so it's literally like 60 degrees today. When I think it's the yearly average, it should be like 25 degrees right now. It is crazy outside.
It should be at least minimum 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Convert that yourself. I'm not doing it. And yeah, and then like later this week, it's gonna get like tomorrow. Not that bad tomorrow. Honestly, like, knock on
still
wood,
a chance
but
for
like
snow on Saturday?
no.
Oh shit.
Saturday's just gonna be colder but cloudy. So yeah. Take care of yourself, Lauren.
Thanks.
Getting plenty of sleep. I can tell you that much. All right, so I'll do my screenless shout out really quick.
Okay.
Yesterday, we got some snackies for when we were watching the XFL game, which we will talk about, I'm sure, at some point. The XFL is something else. If you want to keep watching football, it would have been a good episode to talk about it because we watched it for Brady. But anyway, so I got a snacky that I really enjoy. Now, I'm not really a Cheetos guy. Well, I am a Cheetos guy, but like I know just how shitty those are, and I'm probably making the worst sounds in the world.
Yeah.
Chester's Puff Corn. It's so good.
Normally get the white cheddar, but they didn't have it this time.
It's like popcorn without the holes. It's just the puffy part. Just put one of them in your mouth.
It melts.
And it just melts down. It's so good. They make butter flavor and cheese flavor.
Let me have one.
Maybe not right now because it's gonna pick up like crazy on the microphone.
I thought it would have been
But
fun.
Yeah, your shout out is good health. Mine is eating this whole bag of puff corn.
You know what? You have the right to do that. I bought myself a can of Pringles yesterday.
Yeah, you ate the whole can of Pringles.
I accidentally ate most all of them today while sitting down to play Hogwarts Legacy. So
awesome. We're doing really great.
Yeah.
So we'll be back at the gym tomorrow. I start my new job tomorrow.
Yeah, you do.
And I'm going to say it on the podcast so that I hold myself accountable. I don't think I'm going to be able to say that anymore for like a few years at least. I'm going to...
Yeah, you've been hopping around a bit too much.
I got to stop hopping. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. Back down to an hour-long episode, so that's nice. I might as well just put Hogwarts Legacy in the title too.
I guess so.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we mostly talked about that.
Yeah, the whole first half was that.
It was probably like a equal between 80 for Brady and Hogwarts Legacy. So, next week, are we going to just do Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind and then something else? Oh!
Yeah, if we go see Ant-Man.
Oh, Lauren. Next week, do you want to announce what our next month of podcasting is going to be? It's March. John Wick month.
Oh yeah, I was fishing. I'm sorry. I was like, it's not Mario month.
It's not Mario month.
No.
Well, not Mario month, but Mario movie comes out in April, and we will 100% be watching.
Which is such a missed opportunity.
I cannot believe they didn't like not stealth release it, but like
March 10th.
March
it's Mario
10th.
Day.
It's not.
Oh my god, it's right there.
Oops. We're gonna do all 4 John Wick movies. The 4th one, of course, being
the last week
of March it comes out. So I don't know how we're going to do it with Lauren's new schedule, but we're going to try and cram it in there.
We're going to figure it out.
We're going to see it as soon as we can, even if it can't be that day or that week.
I'll have to double check what my rotation is. But yeah.
But we're going to do all the John Wick movies and probably a filler movie. Like, I guess Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is now a filler movie for John Wick month.
Well, I was going to say if we're going to go see Ant-Man.
Ant-Man can fit in there too. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all we had to look forward to on the podcast. Still brainstorming. I showed Lauren my dream board for the good screen.
It made me giggle.
It made you giggle? That's all stuff I want to like really have a grasp on when we hit our year mark.
I started a new list of movies I haven't seen that I want to watch.
Okay.
So we'll get to those eventually.
Skyward said something about how we should review The Wheel of Time Season 1.
I know nothing about that series.
I've been wanting to watch it for a long time, and I think it would either be a good weenie or a good episode part.
Okay.
So we could talk about that too. There's plenty. I mean, the whole purpose of the show is just to watch movies that we haven't seen before because we don't really watch a lot of movies. And I think at this point, we've been watching so many movies. I'm
still very uncultured though. My list of movies I haven't watched that are like infamous is silly long.
Wow. Yeah, well, that's the whole point of the podcast, just to find movies that are good screen.
Yeah. Good for the screen.
Just to talk about them. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. You can email us at goodscreenpod@gmail.com. You can comment on our YouTube video because it seems like a bunch of people like to do that.
Yeah.
You can tweet us at Twitter, but honestly, I probably won't see that.
Okay.
And that's it. Instagram, we're on Instagram at Good Screen Pod.
Maybe not for much longer. Haven't
Really?
you seen how like they're doing like Twitter
That's on Facebook.
payment? No, it's Instagram too.
To get verified. I don't want to get verified.
All right, whatever.
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's about it. We can't really say anything else. Have a good day, everyone. We'll see you around. Thanks for listening, and bye.
Bye.